Good morning, everybody. It's Miss Macaulay. Or hello, everybody. Not good morning, because for some of you it's morning, for some of you it's not. Anyway, today we're going to go over this page, and it's called Short U in this homework packet. So let's write our name at the top. You can't see it because it says name here. It's stapled together. N-A-M-E, name. So right here we're going to write, I'm going to write Macaulay because that's my name, but you write your name. Okay. Okay. And now what we're going to do is we're going to work on these short U words. You see, each one of these words has the short U or the sound in the center. So we're going to find the word that matches the picture and write it underneath the picture. So I'm going to start here with the first word. Oops. There we go. The first word here. Let's read it. What sound does that short U make? Makes a sound, right? Okay. Let's start with this word. What is this word? It's the word some. So I'm going to pull out the picture a little bit so you can see. What word goes with the word sum? Sum is when you add up numbers. The answer for adding is the sum. There it is, sum, right? So right here, we're going to write sum right here. So let's write that down. So S is a small, so it starts here at the dotted line, as most small letters do. Start at the dotted line, turn, and it stops at the bottom line. All the small letters usually start at the dot. Not all of them, but most of them start at the dotted line and stop at the bottom line. Some. Okay, the U is a cup. See, that looks like a cup. And then a stick. And it starts at the dotted line, stops at the bottom line. Some. And then the last letter, the M, is also a small. Starts at the dotted line. Here we go. Stick, then bump, then bump. So it starts at the dotted line, stops at the bottom line, some. Go ahead and write that down. Okay, I'm going to go over here and cross it off because we're done with it. If you didn't have enough time to write it down, pause the video. I'm going to put it back here. So pause the video right now so you can finish writing it down. If you don't pause, I'm going to move this and you won't be able to see it. So pause the video now. Okay, let's go on to the next one. By the way, this one we're not going to do together. This one here we're not going to do together because I think you can do that one by yourself. And this one here we're not going to do together. I'm going to leave these two for you to do without me, okay? But this one we're going to do together. What sound does that short U make? Yeah, it makes a sound, right? So let's read this word. Ready? You and me together. Ready? Begin. Sub. What's the word? Sub. Correct? Sub. So let's see which word shows us a sub. Yeah, this one right here. This is a sub sandwich, a submarine sandwich, right? We call this a sub. Right there. Okay, so sub goes here. I'm going to make these letters bigger so that you can see me writing down. Sub. So S is a small, starts at the dotted line, stops at the bottom line. Sub. U is a small, it's a cup and a stick. Cup and stick. B is a tall. It starts at the top line, stops at the bottom line. Okay, and B starts with bat first. There's the bat. And then I'm going to go up the bat and make a ball. I'll do it again. Bat, then go up the bat and make a ball. Okay, that's the word sub. Go ahead and copy that down. And if I'm going too fast, students, at any time you can pause the video to catch up. Okay? You don't have to wait for me to tell you. If you think I'm going too fast, you just pause it. You're in control. Okay, so now that you're done with the word sub, I'm going to cross it out here, and we're going to move on to this word right here. Okay, starts with the M, then there's the U and the G. So what sound does the U make, the short U? It makes the sound, right? So let's read this word together. Ready? Begin. Mug. What's the word? Mug. Mug, yes. A mug is a cup, a coffee cup. And if you look over here, you see that there's a mug right here. Okay, so we're going to write the word mug right here. So the first letter is an M, which is a small. Stick, then bump, bump. Okay, you see how this letter M starts at the dotted line, stops at the bottom line. Okay, the short U is a cup and then a stick. Cup first, then stick. Now the G is what we call a fall letter. So it's got a tail that goes underneath this line. See this bottom line? The tail goes past that bottom line. So let me show you. So we make a C. See the C? And then we close the C by going back up to where we started. See, so you make a C, then you close the C by going back up. Then go straight down that stick. Make a stick and a tail. So stick, then tail. So circle, stick, and tail. Okay, that's the word mug. Go ahead and write that down. Okay, if you need more time, pause the video right now, because I'm going to move this word and you won't be able to see it. So pause it right now if you need more time to write mug. Okay, so I'm going to cross out the word mug. And then we're going to go to this one right here. What sound does that short U make? Yeah, it makes a sound, right? So let's start with this one. Ready? Begin. Run. What's the word? Run. Very good. Okay. So look for a picture that matches the word run. You see one right there? Yeah, that one matches the word run. So I'm going to write run right here. So the R is a small, starts at the dotted line, stops at the bottom line. It goes stick to the bottom, stop, and then go up the stick and turn. So stick, up the stick, turn. That's the R. And then the short U is a cup and then stick. Cup and stick. Now the N is like the short U but turned upside down, right? So instead of starting with the cup, we're going to start with the stick. So here we go. Start at the dotted line and stick to the bottom. Then up the stick, turn and make a bump. So stick, up the stick, turn and make a bump. That's the word run. Go ahead and write it down. Okay. When you're finished writing that word run, we're going to cross it off. If you need more time to finish writing run, pause the video right now. Okay. Pause it right now so that you can finish writing it. All right, I'm going to cross out the word run. And we're going to go to this word right here. What sound does the short U make? Yeah, it makes a sound, right? So let's read this word. Ready? Begin. B-u-d. What is this word? It's the word bud, right? Bud. So let's find bud. There it is. See this? A bud is a flower that hasn't opened yet. So there's the bud. Okay. So we're going to start with the B first, which is a tall letter. Talls usually start at the top. Okay? Start at the top, stop at the bottom. So stick, down, start at the top and go down. Never start at the bottom and go up. Nope. Top, down, then go back up the stick and make the ball. So bat, then stick, then ball. Bat, then ball. That's how you make a bee. Okay, then the U is cup, then stick. Cup, then stick. Okay, now the D looks like a B but turned around. But we don't start with the stick first. We start with the donut. So donut. So we make a C. Now we're going to make the milk. Up all the way to the top, back down to the bottom. So donut, up to the top, back to the bottom. That's the milk. Donut, then milk. Donut, then milk. Go ahead and make that. Okay, that's the word bud. Okay, if you need more time, pause that video. We're moving on. I'm going to cross out the word bud. Got 2 more left. This one, what sound does that short U make? Correct? So let's read it. Ready? Begin. D. Ugh. What's the word? Yep, it's the word dug, right? Or to, like the past tense of dig. Dug, I dug a hole. And there he is. Okay, so let's do the word dug here. So D starts with the donut first. Here's the donut. Now we're going to make the glass of milk. Glass of milk. Donut, glass of milk. Okay, now the U, cup, then stick. Cup, then stick. And then the G is a fall, so it's got a tail. So we do grape, then vine. Grape, then the vine hangs under. So donut, then milk. Cup, then stick. Grape, which is round, and then the vine hangs down. Okay, go ahead and write the word dug. Okay, as you're done writing the word dug, we're going to cross it out, and we're going to go to the last word. Okay, what sound does that U make? Okay, let's read this word together. Ready? Begin. What's the word? Hut. Right, hut. And this is a hut right here. Hut. So hut starts with an H. H is a tall, so it starts at the top. Remember, almost all the talls start at the bottom. There is no tall that starts, start at the top rather. There is no tall that starts at the bottom. Do not start at the bottom, start at the top. So it goes stick, then go up the stick and make a bump. Stick, up the stick, make a bump. That's how you make the H. Okay, the U is cup, then stick. Cup, then stick. Okay, T is also a tall. You don't start here. You start right. You don't start at the top, and you don't start right here. You start in the middle, in between, right there. And you go stick, stop. Then you pick it up and cross. Stick, stop, and make a cross. Here's the word hut. Okay, I'm going to cross it off. So now what you're going to notice, is you have 2 left. You have this one and you have this one left. And you have these 2 words. So figure out which one of these words goes here and which one goes here. And write them down. And then you're done. with your short U words. All right, great job.